Hello, and welcome to FUNVUZ Tutorials. My name is Dave, and I am the host of this channel. Today, we will be going through a step-by-step tutorial on how you can create your own door wreath for the autumn season. No experience necessary, and a few materials, and a little bit of time, I promise you, you will be able to create this showstopper on a small budget and impress all your neighbors, family, and friends. First, let's go through the intro and a materials list, and then we'll jump right into the tutorial. So, let's fall into place and get this started. See you on the other side. And the materials list for our fun and exciting autumn wreath. First thing you'll need is a metal ring. So this one here measures 14 inches, and we are going to use decorative mesh today. I have 3 different colors today. There's going to need, you're going to need 6 packages of these. Chenille stems to attach your Deco Mesh to your wire wreath. Any decorative items, I have pumpkins, I have some pine cones, also ribbon. So in today's video, we're going to use ribbon. I have 4 rolls of these. Now these are wire ribbons. As well, I'm going to combine them with these smaller satin ribbons. You're going to need yourself a glue gun, glue sticks, scissors, or wire cutters if you happen to have them. And last but not least, a little sign that says fall or autumn or Thanksgiving or whatever occasion you're making this wreath for. So I know it looks like a lot, but it really isn't that much. So let's get right to the tutorial, and I'll see you on the other side. And our material list is out of the way. Let's get on to cutting our Deco Mesh. So I've unraveled the Deco Mesh from the packaging. There's a couple of ways that you can actually cut the Deco Mesh. One, obviously, with a pair of scissors. And if you want to have a ruler or anything where it has measurements on it, you can actually just measure out how long you want it. And I'm going to go, for mine, I do 7 inches. And then you can just basically cut along the line. And then there you have your 7-inch in length Deco Mesh. Another way, and a faster way, and I actually just discovered this way, is if you want to take a piece of cardboard. This here measures 7 inches, and what you can do is take your Deco Mesh, line it up to the edge. Let's see if I can get this nice and straight, and then just wrap it around several times and kind of pull it taut. Just keep wrapping it and wrapping it. Now I usually unravel the entire roll, but for the demonstration purposes, I'm just going to do this here. And then what you can do, slide your scissors in there and just cut. Then you're going to want to flip it over to the other side, still holding the other sections down, and just give it another good cut right across. And instead of one, you get a whole bunch. So that's just a little tip and a trick. So what you're going to do for each of your 6 rolls is you're going to cut 7 inches. And I think these are 6.5 inches wide. So it comes out to be 7 inches by 6.5 inches. Now for our wreath, let me just quickly go through this. For each section, you're going to need 5 bundles of 4 squares. So it doesn't matter the colors or anything. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 4 bundles of Deco Mesh. Does that all make sense? Hopefully it does. So really for each section, there's going to be 5 sections. So we'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That'll be 30 bundles of 4 squares. Got that? Nice and easy, right? So I have all my Deco Mesh cut out here, as you can see. So these are each 7 inches in length, and for each bundle, we're going to have 4 7-inch lengths of Deco Mesh. So for this section, or for this part of the tutorial, you're going to need 4 Deco Mesh sections and a Chenille stem. Now these ones I've actually cut down. This is the size that it came in. I just actually used scissors, or you can use your wire cutters to cut them in half here, and that'll give you that length. That's more than enough. So for each section, you can just roll it up, and a little trick that I do is I put it in between my piece fingers. So just slide that in, squish it down like that. And for the other ones, just roll them up. In the middle section, just slide it in between your fingers and hold it down. And then you just keep going for the 4. Roll it, find the middle, squish it down. Now don't worry about squishing it too much, because at the very end, when everything is attached to the wreath, you can actually just fluff it out. And of course, how tight you do the roll is the outcome. I do kind of like a medium roll, medium size roll. And then I'm just going to squish it in and hold that down, just like that. So you're going to take your Chenille stem or pipe cleaner, find the middle, and just place it in between. Grab your Deco Mesh, fold it in half. Again, just squish it down. Take that pipe cleaner and give it a good twist. And there's your section. So again, on your metal frame, you're going to need 5 of these per section. So in total, you're going to need 30 of these that are all pipe cleaned together. And you've got all of your bundles put together. So again, that's 4 pieces of Deco Mesh, 1 Chenille stem. That will create, I'll show you right here, 1 bundle that looks like this. So with your wire frame, 1 bundle times 5 in each section. So you have 5 bundles in each section. Let's attach the first one. Now for this, we're going to use the 2nd and the 3rd wire all the way around. The end 2, we're just going to ignore for this step right now. When you start off, I like to start off my bundle attaching it to this fixed wire right here, such that they don't move. So for the first one, all you're going to do, again, the 2nd and the 3rd wire, plus this wire we're going to attach it to. So there you go. Just nice and simple. Bring it through, center your bundle a little bit, and then just twist it nice and tight. So what that creates is a little bit of an anchor for your first bundle. And then from there, you're just going to add 4 more, and then on our 5th bundle, we're going to attach it right there. All right, so let's complete that section, and then we'll come back. And here's the back side with this section completed. Now, I did make a little mistake when I was saying in the beginning to do your 5th one on this anchor post here. What I would do, sorry, that was my bad, is the 1 is anchored on your first one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go to the next section, our 1 begins at that anchor again. So that was my bad, I apologize for that. So it's 5 in total, and then your next section starts with 1 again, and that's anchored. So there you have it. I've twisted everything, and then let's look at the other side. And then this is when, at the very end, you can fluff everything up. But you can see this taking shape already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue all the way around and get all of my bundles into every single section. And there we go. I have all of my sections completed with 5 bundles per section, and I've anchored every single section at that cross wire. So now let's flip it over, and then we can fluff it up. But there you have it. So now you have a base curly Deco Mesh wreath. And what you can do, fluff it up a little bit, go to each section, kind of bring out all those colors, give it a little bit of life, because we've squished it all down, so now we're just gonna fluff it all up here. But there you have it. There's your basic curly Deco Mesh wreath. Next step, we can put all of our little decorations on it, kind of figure out where we want everything, and then we'll glue it down. But there's a great way to start. And you know what? Even if you don't want to glue anything down, or if you feel this is perfect, that's totally fine as well. But stick around for the next step, and I'll show you how I place everything down. Our basic wreath is complete. Now for this wreath, I am going to use ribbon to add into the basic wreath form. And what I'll do is I'll go through how I add the ribbon to the form. Let me clear off my desk surface a little bit. Always a good idea to have a little bit of a protective surface while you're working, because as you can see, the Deco Mesh really does shed a lot. So I am using a couple of different ribbons for this wreath here. So I'm using a couple of satin ribbons, and then also I am using a couple of wire ribbons. For this, I would bring out your ruler again, and what I do is I cut every 8 inches. So all of our ribbons will be cut down into 8-inch pieces, and then we'll bundle them all together for the wreath. So let me go through and cut all this, and I'll be right back. I'm halfway done cutting my wire ribbon and the satin ribbon. Now what I like to do is I like to give a little cut, decorative cut. I'm not too sure what you call that, to be honest with you, but it's a little V shape like you see in most ribbons or bows or anything like that. So what I do is I just fold it in half, take your scissors, angle it up, and of course, the deeper you go, the larger your cut. So I just cut off a little bit, so when you unfold it, you have that nice V triangle shape right there at the end. So again, fold it over, line it up, line up your scissors, give it a good cut, and it's finished off really nicely. So I'm going to continue cutting the rest of my ribbons, and then I will see you on the other side. I have cut all of my ribbon, and every single one of them, I gave them a little bit of a tail, even on the smaller satin ribbons here. To put these together, it's the same procedure you use for the bundles with the Deco Mesh onto the wire frame. We're just going to use pipe cleaners or Chenille stems, and I have cut them down in half. So what you'll need is grab ribbon. For this, take the good side, put it towards the bottom, facing down I should say. Then you can take another one, off on a little angle, good side facing down, flip it over, kind of see how it is, and then for these ones, I'm going to add 2 of the little satin ribbons. Find your center, which is right about here, and then just squish it in. Fold it over, grab that Chenille stem while you're pinching the center, and then you're going to just wrap it, fold it like you did with the Deco Mesh, and then give it a good solid twist. Don't worry that it's all bundled up like that. Once you get it down, you can flatten it out just like that. All my ribbon is done. I have it all in my little ribbon bundles here. So now let's see how to attach them to your basic Deco Mesh wreath. All you need to do is the same procedure as you did the Deco Mesh onto the wreath, is you have your 2 pieces of Chenille stem, turn it over, kind of just eye where you want it to go, and attach it to the metal frame. Give it a couple of good twists, flip it over, And with everything else, just kind of fluff it up a little bit. I have placed all my ribbon onto the wreath form, and I think I'm pretty happy with that. What I'm just going to do now is I'm going to kind of go through, fluff it all up, get those ribbons separated a little bit such that we can see it all. There's no rhyme or reason or mathematical equation to placing your ribbons. It really is just a matter of stepping back, taking a look at it, and the beauty part of the Chenille stems, if you think you have too many clumped together, you just flip it over, find the Chenille stem, untwist it, and move it to wherever you want. So a good idea when you're doing this is to actually hang it up on the door. Stand back maybe 6 to 10 feet, take a look at it, look it over. If you're happy with it, leave it. If not, you can just change it all around. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to hang it up on my door. I'm going to stand back a little bit and kind of see how everything places out and if I'm happy with everything. We will come back and then I'll show you my favorite part. So I've taken a look at everything. I like how it's all set up. So I hung it up on my door. I stood back about 8 feet, took a look at everything. I'm quite happy how it turned out. And now, like I said before, this is my favorite part. So now you can take all of those decorations that you bought with your vision, with your imagination. We're just kind of lay everything now unglued and kind of see what layout we want, what we're going to use, what we're not going to use. So I've purchased some of these glitter pumpkins. I've also purchased leaves, glitter leaves. And for my sign, I actually picked up this Hello Fall pumpkin with burlap on it. So I think that looks really cool, and I think that'll look neat within our wreath. So my process is I usually lay everything down, I fiddle around with it, move stuff around, see what works well for me and what I'm happy with, and then I'll start to glue down. So what I'm going to go through now is I'm just going to take everything that I have. Oh, I also forgot, I did buy glitter pine cones as well. So another thing to add on. Now what I do is I just stand up, or if you're already standing, I stand up, kind of take a look at it, place everything down where I want it to go, and then I come in and glue everything down. So give me a couple of minutes to place everything, move it all around, and see how I want it to lay out. All right, I'll be back. Everything's laid down in kind of the area that I want it to be. Some items I'm going to have nestled in like that, for example, but in the gluing stage, that's where I'll kind of glue it down and have it right in there. So it's not just like this one sitting right on top. I'll actually nestle it down a little bit like that. But I think I'm overall pretty happy with the way this all turned out. What I will do next is I'm going to take my handy dandy little glue gun, heat it all up, grab my glue sticks, and glue everything down. There you have it. Everything's all glued down. I'm just going to give it a little bit to dry first, and then I'll hang it up and I'll show you what it looks like on my door. And here's the final reveal. A fall wreath that was inexpensive, easy, and fun to create. I know I had a lot of fun creating this, and I truly hope you had a great time following along. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear how yours turned out. And click that like button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. You never know what we're going to get up to here at FUNVUZ Tutorials. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.